What up, what up? This is your boy Checo.
This is your boy Noe. What up?
And this is Compas Unfiltered. Thank you guys for listening, for watching. Make sure you guys follow all of our social media, subscribe and like.
And make sure you go rate us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Make sure you drop a comment on YouTube. Like and subscribe.
Yes, sir. Enjoy the episode. Everything's fucking expensive. Man. That's just what it is.
That's why I'm going to Mexico, bro. I was in Juarez for my cousin's wedding. Shout out to Rigo. And great time, just actually not this past weekend, but the weekend before. And so he was telling me, so we're driving through Juarez, right? And he was telling me how, like, let's say you're an engineer in Mexico, in Juarez, right? You make whatever amount of money. But if you have a passport, you could live in Juarez for cheap and cross the border for work on a daily basis and make a shit ton of money, right? In El Paso, and then live in Juarez for cheap. Like, damn.
No, for sure. I mean, a lot of people do that, but it's also fucking dangerous as fuck, no way?
Yes,
you gotta, yeah. I don't know if I would want to do that, bro. I think I would definitely do like the whole work from home shit, you know? Like if I can do that remote and like live in like Guadalajara, fuck yeah. Like
Work
with
from
our
home.
salary here.
So like be employed here?
Hell yeah.
That's
if that's a possibility, I'm fucking down.
That's blowing my mind right now, bro.
What?
Because I can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
No, well, you can in your profession way,
right?
But I mean, like for me, like if there was a job out there, like yeah, you would make X amount here, which is okay, but you can live wherever the fuck you want in the country. Oh, bro, I'm down.
Damn,
I'm down to go to Mexico, bro.
That just changed my life.
Hell yeah.
I might go back to school and think about that.
I don't know about all that, bro.
What I mean, something computer? You know, like what?
I mean,
computer science, or I don't know shit about computers, but like
no, wait, but even like I don't like to, but customer service.
El compa Cherry. Like he would you know, like after gigs he'd go home and be like, hey, I gotta program some shit. I don't know what the fuck that means, but that was years ago.
Shout out Cherry.
Shout out Cherry, yeah.
Yeah.
Love that guy. And Tony too, compa Tony.
Fucking Tony.
Goof Troops. Inside joke.
All right, man, let's get started, bro.
All right, let's do it.
Episode 92.
92?
92, bro. That's just wild, bro. Yeah. We're almost getting closer to 100, bro.
Wow.
So if you guys are listening, watching, it's obviously not Noe here doing the pod with me. He's a little bit under the weather, but my homie, my compa, Charlie came through, bro. So thank you. I'm not even going to introduce you as a guest, more as a fill-in co-host, man. Thank you for coming in, bro.
Thanks for having me, man.
Man, when I hit you up, I was like, hopefully he can pull through. Because I did talk to Kike and we do have other stuff going on planned. But I knew it was going to be like last minute with Compa Noe. He got sick, and you know, it is what it is. He's got to take care of himself and the family and whatnot.
Yes, respect.
So when I hit you up, bro, and you were like, yeah, I'm fucking done. I'm like, fuck yeah. I mean, we have these fucking great conversations anyways, like over the phone. Hell yeah.
Usually when you're on your way home from work.
Yeah. That's typically how it works.
And I'll call you for like a 10-minute conversation turns into like an hour.
Yeah.
Like an hour or two.
It's like all I needed to know was this way, but now we're like fucking an hour in and shit. So it's always low. So thank you, bro. Thank you for coming through. So to kick it off, I sent you some videos because we were kind of like, what are we gonna talk about? And I'm like, well, I got some videos we can react to, and then we'll just get into whatever else, right?
Right.
The first video I want to talk about is the University of Kentucky, a student, a woman, 22 years old, bro. If you guys haven't seen it, this is where I'll put it up. The whole like magic of editing. This is the video's up now. There you go.
There it is.
Could you stop? No. Thank you. I'm taking all this video. Alright. I did not get paid enough for this. Exactly. And you're in there. Thank you.
You just kiss your entire future away, babe.
Multiple times. She's hit me twice. She's kicked me in the stomach.
It is.
Wild, bro. You know what, bro? I don't even want to say wild. I take that back. It doesn't surprise me anymore. It doesn't shock me anymore. Like those type of videos. I don't know about you. I don't want to say I expect it, but I'm just kind of like I've seen so much of it now, and because of cell phones, like anything happens.
You read my mind. You read my mind.
Yeah, bro. Like because of cell phones and everything
We're
like that,
we're so stuck on recording.
yeah. I mean, good that they recorded that. Hopefully, the student, the black student, hopefully she gets the bag because she got assaulted. She's working for the university. Hold on, she's working for the university. Way the girl that was using the N word and hit the black girl, she works for the university as well.
I didn't know that.
Yep. So she got arrested and whatnot. You saw the videos. You guys saw the videos and heard it. Hopefully she gets the bag, bro. I mean, if not the bag, at least get like a full ride. Get a full ride, bro.
So I personally think people might eat me for this, eat me alive for this. But that situation, I feel like that girl deserves one pass. If she's ever gotten one pass in her life, I feel like she deserves one pass.
Why? Because she was intoxicated?
Maybe because I've been there before. Not saying those kinds of things, but like I've been that intoxicated before, and I've gotten a lot of passes in my life. Too many, actually. But I think I'm not sure where I'm trying to go with it, but I guess it goes back to the era that we're in. Man, technology is fucking nuts, man. It's crazy. But in retrospect, those are very deep-rooted feelings and emotions. So she was young, man. You know what I mean? She was young.
You're an adult, bro. You're 22. You fucked up. You got to live with it, man. You got to own it. There's another video. I might put it and already clipped it together.
What do you have to say about the language that you used toward the UK student? Was that okay? You Google the University of Kentucky and your name shows up with these videos. What do you have to say to the student that you used racial slurs toward? Are you apologetic? Do you have anything to say at all?
Where she's walking out.
Oh yeah, I saw that one
And
too.
I believe it's her parents who bail her out of jail. This I might get shit for. They look like they drop the N-word, bro. You know what I mean? Like on the regular. With the ER, bro. You know what I mean? Like they look like it. Like they look like they would. So she probably grew up like that. They probably talk bad about, black people and that's how they that's in their vocab. So she doesn't get a pass. At least for me, she doesn't get a pass. I think she has like 2 other jobs as far as like she does something like social media. She's like in marketing or something like that. They dropped her right away. As soon as that video surfaced, this is from what I read, things could have changed. But they dropped her right away. The university,
Damn.
from when I read, maybe it's changed now, they hadn't made any comments. They haven't fired her. They haven't suspended her. So I don't know what they're going to do. But like I said, she doesn't get a pass for me. And hopefully she gets fired. Hopefully the other girl, if she doesn't get a bag, hopefully she gets a full ride. That's my opinion, bro, on that. What do you guys think, man? Comment.
Comment.
Let us know. It's just, I don't know. I'm telling you, bro. It's just, it doesn't faze me anymore. And if you're gonna be acting like that, if you can't handle your liquor, just know like there's cameras everywhere now. Like you literally gotta watch, especially like if you have that, but like a job like that where like it depends. Like if you act a certain way, bro, and like your job will fucking fire you for it. I don't have a job like that. I don't give a fuck what I do. I have a podcast and I talk shit, so it's whatever. But for her, she's about to graduate, probably with a bachelor's, or, whatever. It seems like she was going in the right direction. She fucked up. I don't think it's like a one-time thing. I think this is a repetitive thing. They just caught it on camera, and she doesn't get a pass.
I personally think that I look at it, I give people the benefit of the doubt. She might not even know that she has these feelings, honestly. You know what I mean? So
I don't think so, Wade.
I come from the mindset of we have to help each other. So in my opinion, in America, it's fire, 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 sue, sue, sue. I think maybe the university is not doing anything about it or saying anything about it, at least at the moment. And that's the right thing to do, I think, because they haven't got all the information. I think that we help each other. So I think we don't fire. I think we say, you know what? After the dust settles, what can we do to help? Right? Where did that come from? Did you even know that you have those feelings? How deep rooted are they? And this could be a learning experience. This could change her major. A lot of people go to school just because their parents go to school. Like, why is she doing? What'd you say? What'd you say? Communications?
Some kind of like marketing. Business,
there you go.
From what I remember, that's what I think that's what I read. But I still disagree, bro. Because like if it was a child, and you're in high school, you're in middle school, I agree. Not that you get a pass, but you should probably find the root, maybe get him some help, or her, or it, because now you just know. But anyways, but with this one, bro, like, nah, man, you're 22, way.
A lot of psychological issues like depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, they develop in those years of, like, let's say 17 to 22, roughly, right? Don't quote me. And a lot of times people are away at school and that's when they have their first episodes, right? Like, for example, schizophrenia. And usually parents that don't know or aren't in the medical field are like, what are you doing? You're doing drugs. Like, no, it's not that you're doing drugs. It's just that that's when they develop. Right now, at this point in science, we say the brain stops developing at 25. 22, still a child. She probably doesn't even know how deep-rooted these feelings are. So I could just imagine where she's at.
I say regardless, bro. And just so people know, you're Charlie's a registered nurse. So but still I still think either way, regardless, bro, like she does not look like she was having an episode as far as like mental. I mean, it is a mental episode, but she looks intoxicated.
I agree with you.
And the truth comes out, way. When you're fucked up, bro, the truth comes out. That's
Hey, why are you yelling at me, bro?
Am I yelling?
Why are you yelling at me?
I'm not yelling. If you can chill out the way. Anyways, let's move on from her, bro. That's just my opinion. You guys can comment and let us know what you guys think.
Comment.
The other video that I had sent you, it was I sent you a couple. I sent you a few. But the one that I want to bring up, let me see if I remember which one. It was the girl. Then it was the. We're gonna save the other one for last. The one that you said that you wanted to talk about. You kind of want to get more into.
Oh, okay.
That one's for last. But what was the other one, way?
The priest.
The priest. And maybe I already I was trying to remember if
you've ever
if I talked about it with Geeke or if it was like a similar video. Here goes the video.
Did he just smack the baby?
Je vais faire couler sur le front du juge. Et après, on va embrasser le bonhomme. Parce qu'il sera devenu un petit chrétien. Oh là 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 là. Je crierai plus fort cette fois. Alors.
When I first saw this video, and if I saw it again, or if I saw it before and we're reacting to it again, my bad, I don't remember. But I was fucking pissed, bro. Like, I'm not, okay. I'm not a religious person. I believe in God. I just don't like the religion part of the church part of it.
You don't like going every Sunday because you're hungover?
No, fuck no.
Okay.
Fuck no. There is a God, Pero, so when I saw that, bro, like, it looks like maybe like a baptism, right?
I think so. I think you're right.
It's probably like a baptism.
I think it's a baptism.
Have you baptized your kids?
Yes.
Okay. You have kids, way. Something like that happens, man. And I know people don't like, maybe don't like when I ask it, what would you do? Way
I would like to think that
you gonna give them the benefit of the doubt? Way
no, I would like to think that I'd pull away my son from that situation sooner. But obviously, looking out from the outside looking in, it's easy to, oh, I would do this and I do that and I do this. It's not that easy.
Of course, because at the moment you just don't know, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And maybe like it's the first time we see the video, but maybe that's their church. You know, maybe that priest has been there for 50 years and it's like everybody's like, you could hear comments in the background like, oh, this and that, you know, like noise, like, you know, shit happening in the background. And it's just nuts, man. It's crazy.
So this is one take I have on it, bro. Not that we know or anything like that, but let's just say possibly I think any kid would react like that. But let's just say the kid is like autistic. You know what I mean? You know, they don't really like being touched. They, you know, they have little things, right?
Yeah.
So I think even then, like if that was a situation, like I would probably jump sooner. You know what I mean? Because like I know my kid. But just a normal, quote unquote, right? Normal kid still pissed me the fuck off, bro. So even if like, oh well, he's autistic and you know that's just how they get or whatever, I would fucking be there way faster. I would hopefully not let it go that far. I mean, it's almost like he's covering his mouth, like stop breathing type shit. Like, you know, it's like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, bro, it's just
I think there's a relationship already there with that priest because they don't pull the child away. But children have that sixth sense that people say, right? So the stress in the way that he's crying, it says something, right? So it's pretty interesting because the child constantly has his shoulder towards him. You know what I'm saying? And I think the priest or the father or whatever, like, I get what he's doing. Like maybe he's good with children, so he's like he wants to prove that he's good with children, but I don't know, man. I think the father or the priest was just having a bad day, like he's stressed out, and like something caught his attention, right? Like somebody said, like, hey, like somebody put their arm on him, and he looked over and he's kind of like relax, I got this. Like my touch, you know, like my something about him, like. But then also on the other hand, something about me is like he's done this before.
Yeah.
You know, like abusive. But man, it's tough, man, and it's kind of a grainy video, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, it wasn't the best quality. I got it off. All these videos I'm getting them off of TikTok, bro. I already told you, man. Fucking TikTok's fucking addicting. Yeah, bro. I still stand with what I say, bro. Just because of what I saw and what I'm hoping, bro, I would react and not let it get that far. Which thankfully that guy did. You know, like pull his kid.
But he was holding. But the father was holding.
He wouldn't let it go.
Back.
Yeah, he wouldn't let it go, bro. At that, man,
there's something abusive about that because that's not letting go is trying to maintain control of the situation, and that's a very, very bad trait to have, very poor trait to have. Like, why must you control situations that much? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
there's very deep rooted, just like we were talking about the girl from Kentucky. Like, there's some deep rooted stuff there. You know, like. Obviously he's an older gentleman. I say that with all due respect. He's someone of authority. Those things should not be happening.
It should not be happening.
No.
I lay his ass out. I think I would lay his ass out, bro.
I would put hands on him. I would.
Just because he wouldn't let go.
Yeah, I would.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If I pull my kid and he lets go, it's like, all right, cool. But if he's like, we're almost kind of fighting, you know, kind of playing tug of war and shit, bro, I'm fucking laying hands. I don't care if you're 70.
Yeah.
You know, like that's my kid, bro.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, bro. Fuck that, bro.
I would put hands.
Fuck that. Last video that I sent you, it's a little kind of funny, bro, kind of scary. And you know what? Here you go.
My daughter just woke up. My daughter just woke up screaming from sleep just now and handed me a bat, and she has a bat. And now you're singing Ring Around the Rosie?
Yeah.
No, where did you learn that? We don't sing that.
Oh, Brian.
Why do we have bats? Why are you awake?
Is it us back?
Okay, what are these for? What are we doing with these?
You got this?
No, I don't got this. What do I got? You need to tell me what I'm up against.
Only round number roses?
No, I'm not bringing around shit, baby. You're scaring me.
Sorry.
Thank you.
A little funny, kind of funny, a little bit. I did find some humor in it, but I was still kind of like, holy shit, that's kind of fucking scary, bro. I know it's not Halloween right now and shit. Like, we're past it. It's not Dia de los Muertos. We probably should have brought this video up. I had just seen it. But so that little girl, bro, I mean, I don't know, man. I've never encountered anything like that with like, and I do hear that like kids, I don't want to say that all kids have like a sixth sense, you know, but they do see things, you know, when you're younger and whatnot. What do you feel, bro? I got a little freaked out. I was a little freaked out, but then I was kind of like, that's just kind of funny. But I was a little freaked out.
I'm more concerned about the bats because I did hear the mom say like, "Where the bats come from?" So to me,
oh snap! I didn't catch that.
When she asked that, I feel like on the side, like her daughter stopped going around, and I almost expected like a bat to the head, like cause she's like, "What are you gonna do with the bat?" Something like that. And I saw this yesterday, the video, right? So I'm like, she was about to get knocked the fuck out. You know, like a fucking Louisville Slugger is about to pop up. Bing.
Damn, I didn't think about that.
Like,
I didn't catch it.
What about the bats? Like, it could be anything. But, you know what I mean?
The little girl was like, "Oh, you're gonna handle it," and the mom.
Wait. The little girl said that?
Yeah, she's all like, "Oh, so you can handle it." I think the mom.
Oh, okay.
The mom was like, "What am I gonna handle? Like, you gotta let me know." Like, she made it kind of funny. You know what I mean? To me, I was like, "Oh, that's kind of funny," but then also that's kind of creepy. She was like, "What am I going up against? You gotta let me know." And then whatever, you guys saw the video, so it was a little creepy, bro.
So for me personally, as a registered nurse, I've taken care of a lot, and I didn't want to go here. I don't want to talk about nursing, but I've taken care of a lot of hospice patients, right? And I've seen things like, for example, let's say one of my patients is, you know, in the process of dying in a room. And I work night shift, so there's, you know, one family member there, like a daughter, let's say, with that patient. And that person's like going to the bathroom, right? And walks down the hall, and I'm outside the hall at the station. And they're like, "Oh, well, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So then that person goes to the bathroom. And then once I see them coming back, and in my mind, I'm like, "Oh, man, like, that might be it." And it's happened to me several times where it's like, the person comes back into the room and then they come right back out and it's like, "Oh, I think my father and my mother just passed away." So it's like, in that, like, I know because I've seen it so many times that person that's like in the process of dying is watching. So like, what a coincidence that person leaves the room because they don't want that. Like, that person is like the main person in their life. Like, that's the main daughter. Like, that's why that person is there in the middle of the fucking night and everybody else is gone. So they can't die with that person being there. So they wait for that moment for them to leave. And then, so like, for me, I was just like, oh man, I was just like, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy because I see it, I know it, and I know it's true. So when I watch documentaries about like that kind of stuff, I'm just like, yep.
You know what's kind of,
so I believe where that mom is coming from. Like that, yes, that's true.
To go back to that, bro. I don't know if it's a saying. I don't know, but you always hear like that person couldn't cross over, couldn't die until they hear or see that person.
So this is the next step.
So this is kind of like the opposite.
So it's not.
Well, because they do see them, but then they got to leave the room.
This is the next level.
Okay.
So then let's say there's one person, right? That's like the main person, right? Like, okay, like I'm the son, right? And then whatever, you know, it's my mom or my dad. So then if I mourn, right? There's a process, right? Every culture, religion has their process. So let's say I mourn for years. Oh, I wish you were here, my own time in my mind, just mourning, crying at night, this and that. So then I'm not letting that person cross over. So then that's where like we hear like, dinner time, we'll hear like shit moving in the kitchen. Because like that person potentially does not know that they're not around anymore. They're still looking. They still want their earthly things. They still want their meals. They still want their coffee. We have to let them go and be like, all right, I let you go. I want you to be, peaceful. And then dicen que es el astral en español, el astral. I don't know what it is in English. So then that's why like people never cross over, because there's that one person that means everything to them. And that one person has to let that, other person go. And most people never let go. Never let go, because there's always something that like I didn't say, I wish I did. I wish I visited more often. Shit like that. Or like us that were Hispanic, we're Mexican. It's like I haven't seen my mom because I don't have papers. I haven't seen her in 25 years. Yeah, I wish I would have seen her,
Yeah. I've also heard of like people not being able to cross because almost like what you said, like they weren't able to say the last things, or they weren't able to whatever, right? But I forgot, man. It was a situation. I don't know if it was my family. It was somebody in my family or somebody that I know, but that they were like, man, this person is like on their deathbed. Like they pretty much kind of pulled the plug from what I kind of remember, but they still wouldn't, So it's kind of like it's good because like, oh shit, like hope, right? Like they're gonna recover, they're gonna whatever. But then the doctors are like, honestly, we don't even know what's keeping them alive. Like they're just, they should pretty much just die because like there's no like I don't know technically what the medical terms or whatever, but they're like this person should just pretty much pass, and this person that I had spoke to, they're like, oh, because they think because they had a family beef and this one person did go see them, but they never like squashed the beef. They never, that type of thing. So they told this person, they were like, go over to the person on their deathbed and tell them that you forgive them and it's okay. And, they're like, oh, like instantly they pass, but who knows, right? But something like that. So I kind of get what you're saying, bro.
I've been in the room. I've been in the room where that significant person, and there's always one.
Yeah.
That significant person is in the room with another, I think, like another family member. And I hear that person say, it's okay, mom, you could go. And I walk out of the room and I'm like, damn, like I'm going to be called back into that room. Like as soon as I walk out, I'm going to be called in.
Yeah.
Within less than 5 minutes, I turn around and the light is on. And I'm like, oh shit. Like that's it. It's like I was literally there to hear it. And then as soon as I walked out, I got that feeling. I'm like, damn.
Does that phase you anymore, bro? Like that, just because of your like what you do, your profession and shit. Like, does that get to you anymore, or is it like a certain people still do, but for the most part,
unfortunately, when it's other people, it does phase me, but there's a fine line. So something that I remember, what am I going to say? So something that I remember, I don't know where I heard it. I cannot do my job as a registered nurse if I feel bad for someone. The moment, and I forgot where I learned that, and I
like
take that to heart.
Be emotionally attached to every single patient, type of thing.
Correct.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But I do. I have that sensibility where I want the best for everyone, right? Whether you're going up or you're going down. So I still catch myself saying it like, man, I feel bad. I'm like, fuck, I can't do that, because then it weakens my energy, and it's like it's a sense of pity. And I can't do my job for the person or the family, and not just the people that are there, but the people that aren't there. It's bigger than me. So I can't feel bad. But where I am very weak as an individual is for my own friends and family. I'm not there like I should be. I tend to run in that situation. So like I won't go to funerals. I won't go to wakes because it always takes me back to like, I know that we're all going to fucking die.
Yeah.
And then the older ones are going to die. So, right?
Yeah.
Right. Sooner. But then I think about my parents.
100%.
Yeah. But then also that's why I'm really tough and I'm really vocal about the process of dying, even especially with my parents. And it gets me in a lot of trouble because I'm just like, I'm very open about it.
Right.
You know, because I've been through it so many times. I don't want to be unprepared. Right?
Yeah, I get that, bro. I think about it time to time where it's like obviously all of us eventually will die. But now that I'm getting older, it's like obviously my parents are getting older.
Exactly.
You know? So it's like I do think about it. Obviously people have passed in my family, and it just makes me think about like my mom and dad, you know, and it's I get emotional, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I get emotional.
I actually tend to get upset in the sense that the primary reason from the bottom of my heart that I became a nurse is because I felt at that point in my life when I was like, what am I going to do with my life? And I knew it was going to be healthcare. I'm like, there's not enough nurses in our family. So I'm going to be that person where somebody has any questions about anything healthcare, they could call me. And to this day, it actually bothers me that like I find out after the fact that like people like needed help in my family,
And they didn't
especially,
call
and they
you.
never fucking called me because it was never financial. And thank God, like I'm good, you know.
Yeah.
But that's not what it's about for me from the bottom of my heart. And it's like it makes me get emotional because I just like we were talking about earlier. I just want to see everyone do good, and I'm good. I'll always be good, right?
Yeah.
But I just want everybody to see. I want to see everyone do better than me. I want to hear success stories, but I know at the end of the day that we're not eternal, you know. And I want to be there, you know. I want to be there for people. Like I want random people to call me or just message me and be like, "Hey, I got a question about this medication, side effects." I'm there for you guys.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah.
Because you would think, I mean, I know like for myself, it's not the same. I'm not, you know, but I help with like tech stuff sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you help me a lot with that.
And like people like, I don't want to bother you. If it's family and friends, bro, like I fucking got you with. Like, yeah, I know I'm busy. Like, and sometimes like I'm talking to you and I'm doing shit, right? So it's like
I don't think so, honestly. You're that's not you, honestly.
no, I'm not. But I'm saying like sometimes like when they do call me, it's like I'll be in the middle of something.
Of course.
You know, so it's like, oh, okay, like, but I'll still like answer you. And if I'm like stupidly fucking busy way, then I'll be like, bro, just give me like 5-10 minutes. Let me just fucking hurry up and do this, and I'll call you right back.
I could attest to that. Yeah,
so, so it's like I can, but then people don't call me, and they'll be like, well, it's because I know you're always busy, bro, or like I know this. So I can see why people don't probably want to call you because they're probably like, nah, he's gonna be like, don't you have a doctor? You know, like he's probably busy because your work schedule is crazy, bro.
It is.
You know, not before, but while we were doing this pod and like 2 years ago, and we were going and whatnot, and you would tell me like, man, it would be dope if I can like sit in, be a host every now and then and whatnot. But it's fucking hard with your work schedule. With Charlie has been on like one of the first few episodes.
I think it was episode 7.
Was it episode 7?
I want to say
you remember, bro?
You know why? I've only listened to it like once or twice because I don't want to hear myself talk about it, like talk, you know. But which is everyone, right? We only sing in the shower. But
right.
I fucking love this podcast, man. You know, and especially you, man. I fucking love you to death, man. So
thanks, brother.
So I love the progression. I don't watch podcasts, but I sure as hell fucking watch you guys. And I could see why other people watch and listen. So like I'm super excited to be here. But man, like it's and I think that's everyone. Like everyone is just busy. And like busy is the wrong word. Nos hacemos pendejos, actually, when come to think about it, you know?
Yeah.
Hacemos pendejos, really. Not everyone.
No. Some of us, we do have a lot of shit going on.
I think at the end of the day, like, yeah, I'm talking about myself. Like, yeah, me hago pendejo a a lot.
But like we said, bro, like your work schedule is all over the place. So, and with us, it's like we kind of have like a set, like during the week,
Mm-hmm.
7 o'clock. This is when we record, you know, and you're like, fuck, I worked that day, fuck, you know, whatever. So, you know, you haven't been able to come back on
Right.
as much as we wanted to. Like, I mean, Noe himself has said, like, bro, like, I really want to have Charlie back on. And I'm like, wait, I can barely get gigs. You know, like where we get paid, wait, like no, imagine to the pod. I'm like, it's hard, bro. Like his work schedule is crazy. Or like sometimes you tell me like, oh, like I am off like Monday and Tuesday, like all day, I'm good. Like those are your days that you rest. And I'm like, well, fuck, we're not recording those days. Oh, you know, we're recording on Thursday and shit. So
Yeah.
it's always been a schedule thing, bro. But
Yeah.
I'm glad you came here today and you
Yeah,
saved, you saved my ass. And hopefully the listeners appreciate, bro, because I did get a lot of shit. We dropped an episode last week and we dropped it early, for whatever reason. And people were like hitting me up. They're like, man, like you fucked up my week. They're like, we're so used to like on Wednesdays we listen to Compas Unfiltered, which hey, I appreciate.
So you dropped 2 in 1 week?
No. We just dropped it early. We dropped it like on a Sunday. And we just didn't drop anything this week.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah. So people were like,
I thought like 1 day. Like, it's like fucking 3 days, bro. Or 4 days.
No, we dropped it early, and then we didn't drop anything on Wednesday when we normally drop because I dropped it early. And they were like, "Oh man, you ruined my schedule."
It's hard to explain, so you know you fucked up.
Yeah, I fucked up. But so, anyways, I'm like, but we'll get back on track on just Wednesdays, which this one should come out on Wednesday, and then we have more, but around Thanksgiving, and maybe people can like let me know, like those holidays. I feel like no one really listens to pods because you're busy, right? You're out with the family and whatnot.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
What? Don't do what?
Like, don't change it up. Consistency. You know what I mean? Be consistent.
Yeah, wait, but I feel like that's when I should probably drop early, like on Sunday.
If you
Monday
if you dropped on Thursday, then fucking eat turkey when you're fucking recording and shit. If it's not Thursday, then fucking drop it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe
Noah's my guy. Noah's my guy. You know, so he's gonna be here. You know, he's down.
No. Wait, like I'm saying, like to release the episode, we're not gonna record during Thanksgiving. Yeah. But to release the episode, like, okay, Thanksgiving's on Thursday, so it's like, do we drop on Wednesday? People are probably already off. They're already on vacation. They're not gonna want to listen. You know, like, because that's how I am. Like, honestly, like, so if there's a pod on Thursday and Friday, I might listen to it the next week, but then I'm also catching up on all the other pods that I listen to. So it's like I either half-ass the pods from Thursday and Friday during that week, like Thanksgiving week, right? Or I don't listen to it all the way, or you know, shit like that, bro. So I'm just kind of like, man, maybe I'll drop early. I don't know, but anyways,
people be cooking though, or something, you know, like when it drops.
Yeah, that's true, bro. But there's also a lot of listeners, bro, that just listen on the way to work and going back home. Like that's their time. Cause I'm like that.
But there's gonna be people that work on Wednesday too.
Yeah, wait, but it's like not as many, right? I don't know. I might still drop it on Wednesday. Who the fuck knows? This one comes out normal Wednesday, but the following week is Thanksgiving week.
You gotta drop it, bro. You gotta.
I'm supposed to get together with Kike. We have a shout out to Kike. Kike segment. He'll be back. So shout out Compatino if he listens to this. He's always asking about Kike.
Nice.
You know, might as well do the shout outs, bro. We're already started. And I had told you, like, I had like a little bit of a list
do it.
of people who just little messages like, hey, I appreciate this pod, this and that. Like, bro, I've said it so many times, bro. It goes such a long way. You guys saying that that I fucked up your schedule. Hey, I appreciate that too. But it's like, say someone's listening, right? So these are just people that like normally comment, like they'll make a little, you know, little comments on the actual episode, or they'll message us or whatever. So El Compa Raulio, I think that's like his actual name. I'm going off of like Instagram. Compa Chava, shout out Compa Chava. My cousin Lily, my cousin Cameron. Remember Cameron, Lily?
Cameron, yeah, Lily. Say what's up.
Mi tia Tere, she be listening, bro. So my aunt be listening. My uncle Fernie, my cousin Julio, and also have a few other people that reached out. Oscar Cano Jr. He said he's been a listener for like a year, but then just recently like added us on social media. So shout out to him. The homie Ismael, I think they call it nickname is Odie. So shout out to you, compa. Thank you for listening. Sammy, bro. Sammy is actually listens. That's the thing too, bro. Like when we started this pod, it's like you expect family and friends to listen, but you don't know who's actually gonna like keep up, right?
Sammy's el compa Sammy?
Yeah, Sammy.
Oh, Sammy, that's my guy.
Shout out Sammy, bro.
I got a little story if you have time about when
we'll get into that. Yeah, we'll get into that. Or maybe when we bring him on, we should probably talk about
yeah,
right?
Hell
yeah. Steve. Shout out Steve,
I was
bro.
texting Steve earlier today.
Did you?
Say what's up.
Hell yeah.
That's my nigga right there.
But there's like people way that, like I said, we kind of expect that they're gonna support and they're gonna like, even if they don't listen, but it's like, oh, they're shared or whatever. But like Sammy's one that he'll like message me like, hey bro, this, or he'll make a comment from like, or he'll say a quote from what we had just talked about. And I'm like, well, that's fucking dope, bro. So shout out to Sammy, even though you don't want to join Cristalera, but shout out to you.
That's why everybody loves Sammy though, because it's atento.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
It's atento. So.
But again, bro, I didn't expect him to like listen. You know what I mean? Other people too that have messaged and whatever. They're like, hey, bro, you didn't do this, or why did you say this? And I'm like, holy shit, man, bro, you fucking listen? I'm like, that's what's up. That's fucking dope. Oh, another one too. Carlos, shout out, compa Carlos Salazar. I know him from Addison. Shout out to you, compa. He's also like an avid listener of Compas Unfiltered. And hopefully you guys are all listening. I know Noe's not here. People are like, oh, no.
Noe's a beast, bro. Noe's a beast.
Jose, man. Jose was like, hey, man, Noe's not there. Like, I don't want to be in the pod. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, all right, salty.
No respects.
But yeah, so shout out to all of you guys. The pod fam. I got to shout out the pod fam. Chingonas, Paula. They're always supporting, always sharing, bro. Like it's just badass that we built this relationship with pod fam.
It's nice to see, man. It's nice to see.
It's dope, bro. And
they're awesome.
I relate it, bro, to music. I always relate like the pod to music, like mentally, right? I don't constantly try to talk about music because there's other pods out there that do a fucking badass job with the music thing, you know. But with this pod way, I relate it so much just because it's with the music, bro. I never was that person to be on the mic to talk to people to whatever. I'm fucking play tambora way. There is no mic. You know what I mean? Like, I swear at a baile or whatever. And I would try to talk way, pero
you did.
Pero valí verga way. I couldn't really talk, bro, like on the mic and whatnot. I think it was like towards the end, like me animé un poquito más, but still even then, like sí me daba vergüenza. But I always related to that, where it's like you build relationships. Like as a músico, you go out to bailes, then you see this band, and like you guys are now cool with each other and shit like that. Like that's almost what we have like for the pod, bro. Like all these local podcasters. Shout out Carnales Podcast. They dropped the episode. They dropped one today. We're recording on a Friday, which was a good episode. Just I can relate so much. They were talking about their dog passed away. And they told a story about that, bro. And like, bro, like I don't have kids. I got my dogs, bro, but I treat them like kids, man. Like they're mine. So shout out Compa Abner and Jenny. Shout out Jenny. But we've built this relationship with like not only the pod fam, with other podcasters that it's like, man, we're cool now, bro. It's like, and when we talk, it's like we've been talking for years. You know, it's like they're just that fucking cool. They're down ass people, bro. Obviously, Walk Pod, compa Carlos, Fry, Jesse, con puros compas, homie Bardo, Calentanos Podcast. Again, shout out Tino, Misa, Celso. We haven't met Piggy yet, but shout out también a compa Piggy. I mean, there's just so many like podcasts, bro, like in Chicago, like area in Illinois, bro, that we're like getting to know. We had some other podcasts also reached out to us, Insomnia, Daily Insomnia Podcast. Shout out to them. We're supposed to do like a collab episode with them as well. So yeah, I related to music way, you know, like we meet all these other people and it's like, damn, bro, you do a pod, you know, why do pod? And like now we're all cool. Like we chop it up. We try to support each other. Shout out Ken Flores. We were just talking about him too, bro.
Okay, man, yeah.
Fucking hilarious, bro.
Beast.
He just did a show with another comedian, bro, who's like popping off too. Like he's doing really well. Rene Vaca, I think it was. They did one at the Laugh Factory. We didn't go, obviously, but I like seeing Ken. Like, bro, he's gonna fucking make it, bro.
We were just
talked
talking about
that, bro.
Yeah,
Like, Ken is fucking hilarious. Wait.
So I hit. Okay, so after that podcast hit, I called Chico and I'm like, Chico, you're gonna go see a show? And it didn't work out. We couldn't make it. It was like on a Thursday, and something came up anyway for me, I wouldn't be able to make it anyway. But what's cool about like me and Chico is that we go way back, Cristalera. So we've been working together. Managing. That's a whole nother story, a whole nother episode with the guys. But what's cool is that like when I call Checo, it's like, hey, bro, you said this on the podcast. It's like I feel like an insider. Like I get the background story.
Yeah.
But we were just talking about earlier, like, man, like he's gonna make it, man. Yeah. He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it. And when that happens, it's gonna. Well,
be good I can say see. Like we had kind of the fucking vibe, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be great to see, man. I love to see people win.
Yeah,
man.
bro.
Everyone that you just mentioned, man. God bless, and man, it's gonna be fun seeing you guys at the top, man.
Man, we hope so, bro. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Me and El Compa Noy, bro, we've been going at this for a little bit over 2 years now, and it's almost like a routine. Noe asks me every few months. He's like, "What's going on, bro? Like, what do you think?" And I'm all like, "Hey, man, we just gotta keep pushing, bro. Like, kind of like, where do I see us? You know what I mean?" And it's like, I go back to the music way. It's when we started back then. We were Cazadores del Viento. We were Duranguense. We legit played for like 2 years without getting paid. And by that, before people start fucking bashing me, because we bought equipment, speakers, fucking somebody needed this, somebody needed that. We put it on a fucking credit card and we're like paying all this shit back. And again, we had just started, bro. So we're not charging great. You know what I mean? We're just getting by. So it was like maybe a year and some change, right? But it felt like 2 years of like no profit way. Like, nah, and I relate back to this. Like we're not making money off of this. We're just doing this for fun. I'm glad that people watch and listen to us and they enjoy our episodes. That's why I told my compa Noy, I'm like, hey, bro, I'm like, this is like, we got to do it for the long run, Fucking, I go back to like Joe Rogan, bro. Like he didn't hit his first like big deal till like 10 years after the pod. He signed that like $100 million deal with Spotify. Now, we're not gonna make that. We're not gonna make that, bro.
Don't say that. I could see it.
Hopefully, bro, that would be fucking badass. But picking up like sponsorships and what like that, that helps out. So, would we want to have something like that, something big? That fuck yes, it would be fucking badass, bro. To like do this like full time.
It's not about, to me, it's not about the money.
It is.
If and when those things happen with money, we have to create value. We create value, the money comes. So like, obviously $100 million is because Joe Rogan created value, and then with that money, well, shit, man, you could exponentially grow it. And fuck it, let's make it happen,
Well, with money, it gives me more time to dedicate to the pod.
More value.
He's busy. I'm busy, So it's like thinking of topics, thinking of, what can we talk about today and all that whatnot, bro. Getting in guests, people who've been on our pod, like as a guest, bro, like I try to offer you guys, hey man, we got a little bit of a bar going on over here, like,
yeah,
go at it. I gotta replenish
the value.
You know what I mean?
The value that I see in the guest, the growth from the guest and what's given, the sincerity, the honesty, right, the camaraderie, that's value to me.
Yeah,
and it's grown in what, 97 episodes you said?
No, we're 92.
92. Man.
Oh, I mean, it's for sure. Like I didn't think we would get this far. I didn't know where we were gonna go. Right? I didn't know if it was gonna be 2-3 months. I didn't know if it was gonna be 2-3 years. I didn't know, but like yeah, when I'm uploading and I'm editing, I'm like, holy shit, bro, we're hitting 70s, we're hitting 80s, now we're hitting 90 episodes, and I see other podcasters, bro, they're like 200-300 episodes in, and they're not like they're going in, bro. They're not easing off the gas. You know what I mean? They're a lo que van, güey.
I know that personally about you because with Cristalera we worked, and that's like I said again another 5 episodes if we really wanted to be. Because I've worked with you so closely for so many years. Yeah. And only the people that have worked with us in the band really, really, really know what that means or the inside stories on that. Yeah. But obviously me and you know that. So, shit, man, anything you do, bro, I know it's for real.
I appreciate that, bro. And this is, I'm going to just talk about my compa Charlie real quick. Like, I appreciate you, bro, because you've been, like, with me through the whole, like, we've had changes, and I'm sorry we keep talking about music and shit, but with the band, bro, we've been through like losing all músicos and just me and you, bro. Like Charlie's been my right hand guy for a while, you know. When once you started, bro, and then I started letting you do contracts and whatnot, and you know, just helping me out all around the music part of it, everything. And I mean, we literally got to a point where it was like everybody left, bro, and it was just me and Charlie. And I was like, "Fuck, bro! Like, what do we do?" You know? And I was just kind of like, "Well, fuck it. We'll do this. We'll do that." And what I find, it's kind of crazy, bro. Like, you would question, like my decisions, but you would still go with it. Like, you wouldn't. I mean, you would express your your thoughts on it.
I would honestly tell you I don't agree with it, and I've told you this several times, especially this last year, and I'll say it publicly. No disrespect to like even my parents or anything like that, but there's 2 people that I trust 100% with what they tell me. And I don't even know why I say this. I still don't understand why I say this. But from the bottom of my heart, it's like there's 2 people: my wife and you.
That means a lot, bro.
Yeah, honestly. And I've told you this personally, like on the phone several times. I still don't understand what that means, but subconsciously, that's where I feel. That's what I feel. That's where I'm at, is what I was trying to say. So I might not ever really understand what that means, but that's the connection that's there. And that's, like I said again, for like the 10th time, that's for a whole another 5 episodes, you know? Or
yeah.
Or the next sit down with the guys from Cristalera or Sammy or whatever.
That's what I'm saying, bro. We got to get Sammy in here and some of the guys, bro, and just kind of sit down and just chop it up. And we don't have to talk all about music, but we can definitely like go around, and then we'll end up talking about
we could get emotional.
We get emotional. You know what? Nah, bro, it's because like sí se agradece un chingo, way, like that you helped me out so much, bro.
Likewise.
You know, and it's not that I like bossing people around. It's not that I know what the fuck I'm doing, because I don't. Even to this day, like with this pod and everything, like
I trust your instinct, bro. I trust your instinct 100%.
And sometimes
your gut feeling. That's
my gut feeling. Yeah, feeling. Bro. Like I don't know the right answers. I don't know if this is gonna work, right? Like, cause like me and Noe also kind of like not go at it, but he'll question it. He'll be like, "Really, bro?" And I'll be like, "I don't know. Like, I don't know if this will work. You know, I don't know, but like I feel like we should go this direction."
And you guys like, talk it out and give opinions back and forth.
Yeah. And then he'll be like, "All right, hey man, fuck it, do what you want to do." And so we end up doing it. Sometimes it works. Sometimes he'll be like, "Okay."
If the intention is right, man, that's it. That's all you need.
Yeah.
The listener's going to feel it. The listener's going to see it. And if the intention is right, the value's there, we learn from it, it's going to grow.
For sure, bro.
For sure.
All right, man. We're almost going to start wrapping it up. Let's get into a little bit about, but we talked about the RSV, and whatnot, just because that shit's spreading like wildfire. Compa Noe, I think one of his kids kind of caught it with like RSV, and that's why he's sick. I don't think he's sick. I don't think it's like extreme or anything. That he's which we talked about that it's more like a common cold, right?
Right.
But we'll get you'll kind of school us on it. It's been spreading, bro. Like my wife also work. She doesn't work at a hospital, but she works with the hospital, and she's been hearing stories like the hospitals are like flooded with kids, man. Like fever, cough, like it is insane, bro. You're at your hospital, like what are you guys dealing with right now with like RSV? Like are you guys slammed as well? Like or how bad is it?
I guess it's just more adults. Adults are getting it. And in my experience as I've been a nurse for 7 years now, um I think from what I learned in nursing school, it's typically children, right? So it is difficult to understand and comprehend that like adults have RSV. Um, but I don't know, man. It's tough because I was reading up on it, and a lot of times it is a common cold. It is slight. It is just a
Similar symptoms, right?
yeah, like runny nose, stuff like that, slight fever, and we consider it a common cold. But why it's so severe now? I mean, people are saying that it's because we've been kind of, locked inside for quarantine for so long. I don't know if it's a virus, so I don't know if it, let's say, mutates like a flu virus. But I guess I just want to say like hand washing, is big, and when we feel those cold-like symptoms, to just quarantine. You know what I mean? And not quarantine in the sense like we did with COVID-19, because we have to build that immunity. But just be respectful, especially in this era that we live now.
Are you guys still doing masks at the hospital, regardless though?
Yeah. So in the hospital, we still are doing the blue surgical masks.
Okay. So you don't have to do the whole face shield like how it was with COVID.
No, not when we're in the hallways. But as far as I remember, don't quote me on this, RSV is contact and droplet. So we do have the what do you call it? What do you call I can't even think of the name of the mask now.
Like the N95 type thing?
N95s, there you go.
Okay.
Jesus. So we do have the N95s available. And with RSV, I was reading that a lot of it is through the nose and through the eyes. So it is important to wear, face shields, especially us in healthcare. Most of the time, people that get sick are going to be people that are stressed, right? People that are already kind of immunocompromised, is the term. Stress does compromise your immunity. If you're diabetic, and you feel diabetic symptoms like hyperglycemia, it's because your body is stressed or your blood sugar goes up. So keep that in mind if you're diabetic. If you're hypertensive, if you have high blood pressure and you feel like pressure in your head, check. And if you have cold-like symptoms, check. Call that person that you know that is a nurse, that is a doctor. Go get checked out and be honest with those symptoms, because as nurses, we're trained to listen. And there can be one answer that will change the trajectory of our questions. So when we ask questions and we're grilling you, it's for a reason. We need that honesty. With symptoms, there's one very vague symptom that can change the situation, and the questions could stop, because we could be like, okay, that's what I was looking for. We are very good and professional at asking indirect questions to throw you off.
Okay.
Right? So there's what I've learned over the years is I could be trying to get to one answer, but if you don't understand one question, there's at least two other ways that I could get there. But I'm trying to get to one specific answer because I know my gut already knows what it is. But I have to hear you say it. Be honest. It'll save time. It'll save infections. It could save lives.
So if you do have it,
or anything, right? If your gut says I need to reach out to somebody, reach out to a nurse that you know in the family, because that person has resources. right? Doctors, nurses, or whatever. For me, for example, you call me, my wife is also a registered nurse. So you call me and I tell people 2 for 1.
Oh, for sure.
So utilize us. That's why we went to school. Call. Message. We have social media now. Send a fucking message.
Oh yeah.
Right?
So let's say someone does think they have it or they do have it. Do you suggest like they do quarantine though a little bit? Like
Yes.
just at least for like a week or just kind of stay away from family and friends, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Call off from work. Don't be afraid of getting fired, of getting let go. We're in the United States. Get that doctor's note, right? And just go to the doctor. Don't worry about the financial consequences because I'm telling you, COPD, asthma, you give RSV or something like that to someone with those diseases, it can kill them.
Yeah.
So just be proactive and go with your gut feeling always.
Yeah. And there is no cure, right? Just
as far as I know, you walk it off. Really, there might be like a viral medication that you could get, but those don't work right away. You know,
from what I had read or heard was that you can take something, but it's more like just lessen the symptoms.
Exactly.
Not really.
Anything viral is to lessen symptoms. It might lessen the trajectory or like the length or the extent of the infection. But with anything viral,
yeah,
like they say, just walk it off, really. But that just means that you have to let it run its course. Obviously, if it's severe, then you're gonna end up in the hospital. So
yeah, man,
yeah,
that's crazy. But I did hear about that because we were cooped up, you know, for 2 years because of COVID. That's why it's hitting so hard right now.
I believe it because my kids, especially my son, he just has this crew that keeps coming back every 3 weeks. But you know, just it sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah, push through it.
Yep,
for sure, brother. All right, man. So I think we're just gonna wrap this up. I appreciate you, bro. This was gonna be just like a little short pod, and just to give you guys something to get by for the week because ya me regañaron. So I appreciate everybody that does listen and watch. I don't know if you have any like words or anything like that you want
to. First of all, shout out to my wife Wendy. Shout out to my kids, my mom, my dad, my sisters, just everyone out there. Wish everyone the best. God bless, and see you guys at the top.
Y arriba Durango.
For sure, bro.
Thank you guys for listening, for watching. It's Compas Unfiltered. Ahí estamos con la otra. Deuces.